Have you ever wanted to be a sponsored fingerboarder? Yeah, me too. So I'm putting myself to the test to see if I can learn some of the most difficult fingerboarding tricks in hopes of one day getting sponsored, and I'm taking you guys along for the ride. This is the road to sponsorship. Part 8. Today I'm going to be trying to get better at kickflip nose grinds because it's a trick that I've done before, but I've always really struggled with getting it consistently. Normally I find it really hard to keep my kickflip straight in the air, so it makes it really difficult to do kickflip nose grinds, 5-0s, or 50-50s. But the other day I was watching one of my favorite skateboarders, Aimu Yamazuki, who has the best style in the game right now. And I noticed that the way that he puts his feet on his skateboard when he does a kickflip is almost the complete opposite of how I kickflip. Typically I put my middle finger on the edge of the tail that's furthest away from me, and I put my index finger either directly in the center of the board or slightly closer to me. And if you look at Aimu's feet, he puts his front foot on the edge of the board that's furthest away from him, and he puts his back foot on the edge of the board closest to him. And I swear, he can kickflip higher than just about anyone in the world, and his steez is immaculate too. So it got me thinking, maybe I can apply that same logic to fingerboarding. So first I started by doing some kickflips on flat ground with my fingers in the opposite position that I'm used to. And honestly, I felt like I could pop them a lot higher and they were staying straight the entire time. So maybe this guy's really onto something. So then when I started to try this trick for real, I put my fingers back in the position that I was used to, and no matter how hard I tried to keep the board straight, it would always turn on me in the air and I'd end up landing in a lip slide. So then I went back to the basics and made sure that I could actually still do a nose grind by just doing a simple ollie into it. And once I made sure I had those on lock, I put my fingers back in the Aimu position and I landed in a kickflip nose grind first try, but I messed up the landing. But it was insane how much this finger positioning helped my consistency. I was landing in a kickflip nose grind pretty much every try. There were definitely some sloppy ones where I landed in a 50-50 and then turned it into a nose grind, but the fact that I was able to keep my kickflip straight was insane to me. Eventually I got a perfect kickflip nose grind, but we gotta do 2 to make it true. And the one thing I will say about this finger positioning is I wasn't used to my index finger being all the way across the board, so when I would do a kickflip nose grind, sometimes it would be hanging off the edge and it would cause me to hang up on the ledge. But after a few really nice kickflip nose grinds with sloppy landings and a kickflip over wheelie, I finally landed another perfect kickflip nose grind and rolled away. So let me know in the comments what trick you want to see me try next, and follow me at HunkFB so you can see if I can finally get sponsored.